everybody. Unbreak my heart. That sounds just like Tony Braxton. How's everybody doing? Everybody drinking? Cheers, cheers. I actually quit drinking for about 9 years and just started again about a year ago. I mean, I figured if kids are eating Tide Pods these days and snorting condoms, what the fuck's a drink gonna do, right? It was actually my New Year's resolution to start drinking again. Opposite of everybody else. Figured go big. But then I was watching this documentary about serial killers and saw this documentary where a serial killer made it his New Year's resolution to become a serial killer. And I realized I'm setting my bar way too low. Drinking, it's not bad compared to that. So I don't know, I just got back from the great state of Wyoming today. Woohoo! Yeah, Wyoming. As soon as you go into that state, you're greeted by a giant billboard that says, "Illiterate? Call this number." That's a bold assumption, Wyoming, that any of your people can read, let alone dial a phone properly. I don't know, I don't understand that state. Why does everybody up there have a Confederate flag and speak with a slightly southern accent? It's like the furthest south they've maybe been is Denver. Makes no sense. You have to pardon me for a minute. I'm whacked out on CBD right now. I've been taking CBD all day because weed just fucks me up way too bad anymore. So I'm doing the diet weed, the O'Douls of weed. I'm going CBD. They put that shit in everything now. It's amazing. Now when I get high, I become like an elementary school kid again, because that's when I first started getting high, I guess. But I did find a new hobby I enjoy doing when I'm high. I started writing reviews for places I've never been before. It's amazing. Like today I left a 1-star review at a 5-star funeral home. Hopefully it saved some lives or deaths in the process. No, I did. I quit smoking weed for a while. I quit all drugs, actually. I quit doing coke. Well, I didn't really quit. My dealer just stopped answering. It's like, come on, Mom, pick up the phone. She's always got the best shit. One of my favorite things to do when I was high was come up with new business ideas because you've got to support that habit somehow, right? One of my best business ideas is I want to start an escape room based on Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment. I think people will eat that shit up. I really do. I want to start an escort delivery service. We're going to call it Luber. Complimentary wet wipes for every customer. I did quit doing all drugs a little while back. I'm a dad. Scary thought, right? I'm a stepfather, which is the most rewarding bullshit I've ever signed up for, I'd say. It's awesome. I'm a stepdad of 5 wonderful children, so I get to be the reason for their future drinking problems. One of the biggest fears as a parent is that your kids will die before you, or before you have the chance to kill them yourselves. I do love it, although the other day I was at home and one of my little girls from the backyard started screaming, "She kicked me in the vagina! She kicked me in the vagina!" So as any concerned parent, I ran out there as fast as I could, and one of my girls is doubled over like this, and the other one's pointing at her, and she's like, "She kicked me in the vagina, so I kicked her right back." I'm like, all right, we'll get to that in a moment, but you screaming that is not good. Like, our neighbors already assume some really messed up shit about us, and you're screaming the word vagina? And I shit you not, she looked me dead in the eyes and she said, "Dad, I'm a big girl now. I'm gonna say words like vagina, not little girl words like pussy." Like, oh, shit. I can't argue with that. I can't. Are there any other parents in the room tonight? A couple? So, one of the weird things in this day and age is punishing your kids, like trying to find ways that cut across to them. Like I've tried grounding my kids, I've glued their Legos together, but none of it works. But I finally found a method that works for them. I started waterboarding my kids. recently, and oh man, it worked so well. They will tell you anything you want to hear, and then some. And that's actually how I write all of my stand-up material. True story. Now, a little while back, I was at the store with my kids, and I noticed this guy, like, really mean-mugging me. Like, he thought I was up to something with my kids, you know? A couple aisles later, he's still staring at me, like maybe I shouldn't have these kids with me. A couple aisles later, I'm greeted by a cop who instantly comes past me and grabs the girls. Are you okay? Are you in any danger? Is this man hurting you? They thought I was kidnapping my own kids. So later on, as I'm on my way out, I saw that old man. I looked him dead in the eyes. I said, you fucking narc. Better watch what you say. And took those kids out of there as fast as I could. So I might have ruined that guy's life. He thinks I'm kidnapping people now. On that note, I'll have a drink to that. I don't know. I'm a musician, first and foremost, before I'm a comedian. Makes a lot of sense, because I'm not really a good comedian. But I am a killer musician. And I actually play in a couple cover bands nowadays. I play in a U2 cover band. We call it #MeToo. Great movement. I'm also in a Jewel cover band. We call that one Toothy Handjob. And if you don't get that joke, you're just playing foolish games. And who will save your soul? I don't know. I do love doing comedy. For a while, I wouldn't tell my wife that I was going to do comedy. I told her I was going to the gym. And so after about 6 times of doing it, she's like, you're fucking cheating on me, aren't you? Every guy who's cheating on a woman says he's going to the gym. And finally I had to break the news that I was doing comedy. So she left me. And now I'm sleeping on couches. If anybody's got a couch open, I'd be glad to sleep on it. Keep it warm for you. Yeah, I don't know, I am married. That's just a joke. She took me back after I said one good, funny joke. She had me back. And my wife and I, you know, relationships get stale, right? You gotta find new ways to keep them up and sexy. So we started role-playing recently. But we didn't do like, you know, the nurse and dominatrix stuff. We decided to role-play our favorite movies. And one of our best ones to do is The Goonies. Like, it's amazing. She dresses up as Corey Feldman, and together we try to find my one-eyed Willie. I'm excited. Next week we're gonna move into Forrest Gump. I'll let you guys decide who I'll be. You know, I'm taking suggestions. Anyway, all right, we'll go back. My wife and I, we took a big leap a while back. We opened our first bank account together. I say first because you know there's gonna be many fucking more to come. But when we were signing up, they give you an option of custom credit cards these days. Like, you can have anything put on your credit card. I'm like, I'm gonna need a couple days to think about this one. And finally, I came up with it. There's this coffee shop I frequent in Fort Collins, and this barista there, Tom, who hates my guts. I decided to put a picture of him on that credit card. I mean, I ruin his day as soon as I come in. I can see it in his face. So I got it plastered on that card. It took Tom 3 fucking times before he realized it was him on that card. Good attention to detail, Tom. You're not getting a promotion anytime soon. But immediately he freaked out. He goes, where did you get this? Where did you get this? Why do you have this on your card? I'm like, well, the only other choices were the Broncos, and I'm just not a big fan. Gotta be honest. Too soon? I finish up on a couple more. I joke a lot about drugs, but I'm not a big advocate of it. The only drug I've never really done, though, in my life is heroin, because that shit's bad. And I'm under the philosophy, share a spoon, not a needle, kids. One more for you. After this, I'm going to go watch my favorite show in the world, Cops. Anybody else here like Cops? Woo! Best show on TV. Like, I want to star in an episode of Cops myself one day. It'll be amazing. I can see it now. I'll be in Scottsbluff, Nebraska for some reason. High as shit on PCP, running down the street naked. Finally, the cops will get me cornered in a daycare or old folks home. I haven't decided yet. And after they spray me down with the fire hose, they'll put me in handcuffs and start reading me my rights. But I know my rights. So I'll start saying them back to them. Like, Mr. Ware, you have the right. I have the right to remain silent. Mr. Ware, anything you say, anything I say can and will be used against me in a court of law. And at the end, when they ask, do you understand your rights, sir? I'm going to say, no, I wasn't paying attention. Can you read them back to me? Awesome, thank you. I'm Doug Ware. Let's give it up for your host, Justin Going.